I hope everybody's ready for another action-packed edition of Sports Night. Better tighten the laces and get ready as we run down all the Cardinal action. We're getting our game faces on, and we've learned from the best. You gotta sing from the heart. Sports Night is next. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sports Night. I'm Joe Young. No Howie Shapiro tonight, and I will try and fly solo. We do have a lot of stuff to talk about, 6 different pieces of video. We're still going to try and jam it in to 15 minutes for you. We have video from all but one sporting team in action for the Cardinals last week. So the season definitely underway. We start with the football team. Cardinals knew that week 2 was going to be a huge challenge, traveling to Blaine to take on a Bengals team coming off a big win over Wayzata. They knew in order to be successful, they would need to execute, avoid giving up big plays, and above all else, keep from getting into a big hole early. Unfortunately, they couldn't do any of those things against the Bengals on Friday night. You don't get into a hole much earlier than this. Just the second play of the game, Bengals quarterback KJ Downey runs left on the keeper, and he just keeps on running. 44 yards for the score. Blaine on the board just 40 seconds into the contest. And they add another one pretty quickly. Byron Bynum coming back to the near side on the reverse. He's going to score virtually untouched from the 20-yard line. More explosive big plays from the Bengals on offense. Option left, Downey pitches to Chase Harper. He gets the corner, then cuts back inside, and he's gone. A 34-yard score, and it's 21-0 with more than 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Bengals looking to add even more points in the opening frame, but the pass is picked off by McCoy Merkel. Great return back up the middle, gets some blocking, fights his way down to the 5-yard line. It takes until 4th down, but the Cardinals finally capitalize on that turnover. George to Carson Geyer on the slant from the 4, and Coon Rapids on the board early in the second. Geyer was the big story for the Cardinals. The junior had 8 catches for 96 yards and 3 touchdowns, plus a catch for a 2-point conversion. But the Bengals had this one wrapped up early. It was 42-6 at the half, 45-28 the final. Bengals now 2-0. Cardinals fall to 0-2, and the challenges just keep coming. Cardinals back home next week to take on Champlin Park. The Rebels are 1-1. They lost to Minnetonka 28-14 in the opener and beat Centennial in a 7-0. They scored in the 4th quarter to break a scoreless game and win that one 7-0. The Cardinals have Centennial the following week. Centennial beat up on Prior Lake, and now coming off that 7-0 loss at the hands of Champlin Park. So 2 games that should be very tough for the Cardinals coming up. The past week, we had not gotten the results from the final week before school started for the tennis team. They did play back-to-back on Tuesday and Wednesday, the 30th and 31st of August. Cardinals beat Spring Lake Park 5-2. Carly Nelson getting a win at 3rd singles. Everhart at 4th singles. Helen Nelson with Georgie at 1st doubles, Wester and Moczynski at 2nd doubles, and Keller and Hanula down at 3rd doubles. On Wednesday, the Cardinals lost to the Tornadoes 6-1. And I think that's Emily Everhart at 1st singles getting the only win for the Cardinals. Wester and Moczynski lost in 3, an 8-10 loss in the tiebreak. You see Georgie and Helen Nelson 2-6, 4-6. Keller and Hanula also 2-6, 4-6. Cardinals had back-to-back games again last Wednesday and Thursday, both at home and both against conference opponents. Started with a visit from Blaine. This is a matchup that typically favors Coon Rapids, but the Bengals are strong this year, and they were able to make a statement against their crosstown rivals. This really could have gone either way. All 7 matches were tight all down the line. Maddie Georgie with the start at 1st singles. She gets the drop shot to fall here. First set was close, but Georgie loses in straight sets 4-6, 1-6. Similar story at 2nd singles. Emily Everhart in the near court for the Cardinals. She wins the point, but loses the match 4-6, 0-6. Helen Nelson in the far court at 3rd singles, and the captain did get Coon Rapids a win in this one. She sweeps up 6-0, 6-2. Freshman Grace Hanula on court at 4th singles for the Cardinals. Another close first set in a straight sets loss. 6-7, but then a 1-6 loss in the second set. And that is the loss for Hanula. Cards would need to sweep doubles to get to come away with the win. Great come from behind effort by Moczynski and Westra. They win after 5-7 loss. They win 6-3, 6-1. Second doubles, younger siblings, sophomores Carly Nelson and Ellen Everhart, and they get a victory as well, 7-6, 3-6, 11-9. Unfortunately, third doubles goes to the Bengals. Great effort. The second set falls short for Jordan Keller and Olivia Farley. They lose 2-6, 7-6, and the Cardinals fall 4-3 to the Bengals. They followed it up by pummeling Park Center 7-0 on Thursday. Everybody wins in straight sets and relatively easy. Georgie back at first singles with wins 6-1, 6-0. Carly Nelson 6-2, 6-0. Ellen Everhart was at third singles 6-1, 6-1. And then the seniors, Helen and Emily Nelson and Everhart, respectively, teamed up to go at first doubles, and they win 6-love, 6-3. The Cardinals actually played St. Francis this afternoon, was not able to get those results in time for the show. They are at Centennial on Tuesday of this week and at Osseo on Thursday. Volleyball team started the second week of play with a monumental task, taking on the third-ranked Champlain Park Rebels in the conference opener. The Rebels had won their first two matches, and their only set loss was a 31-29 loss in the first set against fourth-ranked Prior Lake. They have one of the top players in the state, and their roster is loaded with talent behind her. Cardinals just had to do their best to play their game, hope they could keep the scoring close. That hope vanished in the first set, however, when Champlain's Izzy Ashburn got on a roll from the service line. The sophomore had 7 aces as the Rebels run the table. Champlain Park completing the very rare feat of a perfect first set. Claflin's kill in the middle secured the 25-0 win for the visiting squad. Cardinals do a little bit better in the second set. Nisha Whitfield taking advantage of a weak pass at the net. That was the first Coon Rapids point. It was 4-1 in the second set at that point, and the crowd responds. They have been looking for something to cheer for. Cardinals never really threatened in this one, though. Rebels gave some other hitters some chances, but when they called on her, Sydney Hilly, well, she delivers. The senior is powerful and worthy of the hype. Champlain takes the second set 25-10. Rebels made another amazing run in the third, scoring the first 24 points. Coon Rapids scored 3 to prevent another skunk. The Champlain Park with a convincing victory in the conference opener. Cardinals lose again on Thursday, this time to Elk River, 7-25, 11-25, 14-25. The final set scores against the Elks. Bussey led the way for the Cardinals with 3 kills and 1 block. Hinsey and McDonough each had 2 kills and a block. Paige Fossland had 6 digs and 8 assists. And Saturday, Cardinals in Irondale for the Knights invite. They lose the opener to St. Paul Central in three sets, 24-26, 25-21, and then 12-15. They get their first win of the season over St. Croix Prep, winning 25-13, 25-20. They lost to Park Center 25-18 and 25-23, but got another win against White Bear Lake 25-16 and 25-23. And I forgot to put in there what they have coming up here. They are at Osseo on Tuesday. They host Anoka on Thursday. Swimming and diving team had just one match last week. On Thursday, they took on the Maple Grove Crimson. They lose this one 93-80. Galadriel O'Grady, though, impressive. Her numbers continue to improve. 221.25, wins by more than 20 points off the board. Megan Schultze, one of her times is third best now in middle school history. See, she finished first in the 500 free and the 100 breast. The 200 medley relay team finished second place in the 2 minutes 12 seconds, 0.42 seconds. The Cardinals are at Park Center on Thursday. They are at the University of Minnesota for an invitational on Saturday. Cross-country teams are into the tournament season. A big one last week, another big one coming up for them on Saturday in Lakeville. Last week, the Cards took a trip up 94 for the Monticello Invitational. 14 teams were there for the event, including some of the top teams in the state. It would be a great measuring stick for the Cardinals early in the season. Couldn't have asked for better weather. Sunshine, but not too hot, not too humid. Great day for a race. and the Cardinals really looked strong throughout. They were led by returning state entrant Paul Breitbach. The junior finished 4th overall in 17 minutes, 12.74 seconds. Next Cardinal to cross is freshman Noah Christensen. He's got a couple of seniors right on his heels. Christensen, Tanner Ost, and then Joe Coughlin finished 25th, 27th, and 29th, respectively. Matt Dunn and Reed Smith finished together as well. Cardinals finished 4th as a team. Girls hoping for a similar outcome, but they're a little younger and don't have quite as much depth as the boys. Still a good showing, led by senior Brina Del Castillo, who crossed the line in 21 minutes 2.25 seconds, good for 17th place. Ellen Becker's sisters are next to the finish. Sophomore Olivia took 35th, and freshman Abby was 7 seconds behind her in 39th. Freshman Sarah Eichstadt finished at 56th, with seniors Michelle Oniakaba and Rachel Davis just behind her in 59th and 60th. Cardinals finished 10th of the 14 teams. Lakeville Invitational coming up for the Cardinals on Saturday. They'll be in Mounds View for a tournament next Friday. Boys soccer team opened last week's play looking to build some momentum after getting their first win over Maple Grove. They were hosting Armstrong Tuesday night. The Falcons were winless at 0-3, including a 5-2 loss to that same Maple Grove team. Gave the Cardinals some confidence going in, looking to start a streak early in the season. Coon Rapids generating some great chances with their speed early. Teagarden lofts it to the corner. And Tabwe able to outrun the defender to get in alone, but the keeper makes a diving save, able to hold on to the rebound. Another great chance for the Cardinals on a free kick. Alex Lynch with a great ball towards the back corner. Dennis Pasker slides in on it, but can't get the right angle, and it's wide. Corner kick. Lynch sends it to the top of the box. Victor Lara, the one-touch shot off a defender right to Tabwe. He's not going to miss from there. Cardinals have the 1-0 lead. Still in the first. Long header goes to Ntambwe. Another great chance. Watch the save, though, by the keeper. Wholesale toe save. Keeps it a 1-goal game. Armstrong was able to tie it up. The Cardinals get the winner late in the game. Pasker with a cross out front. Elmir Begic runs onto it. Puts it home. Freshman gets the winner. Coon Rapids takes it 2-1. Their second straight victory. They tried to make it 3 in a row on Thursday, but had to settle for a tie against Irondale 2-2. But they get another win on Saturday over Rogers 3-0. That's 3-1-1 on the season, 3-0-1 in their last 4. You've got to like that kind of stuff. Cardinals at Andover on Tuesday. They will host the Elk River Elks on Thursday. Girls soccer team also started the second week of play, still looking for their first goal of the season, and their schedule in the conference just never gets any easier. On Tuesday, the Cardinals were hosting Armstrong. The Falcons had just 1 goal in their first 3 games, but they were coming off a 3-0 win over Osseo. Cardinals needed their offense to finally break through to keep their skid from getting any longer. Good chance for the home team on the corner kick early on. Header is just out of reach of Alyssa Brazier, and the keeper is able to cover up. Armstrong attacking at the other end. Julia Osborne takes it deep to the corner, sends cross to the middle, deflects right to Haley Hansen for the shot. Frazier has the stop, but not so careful on the clear. Molly Yeager settles it, lofts it over Frazier into the top of the net. Give the Falcons the first goal of the game. Cardinals finally break through late in the first off the throw-in. Collision out front, leaves it on a tee for Ghana Swanson. She gets the Cards' first goal of the year, and it's tied 1-1 at the half. Cards' corner kick early in the second. Great placement. Caitlin Ackerman heads it just wide. Armstrong working with it on offense. Elsie Gallup take the high arching shot from 25 yards out, places it perfectly in the upper left-hand corner, give the Falcons a 2-1 lead. They get some insurance a few minutes later. Jessica Hanley attacking on the left wing, shoots back to the far side. That would complete the scoring. Cardinals fall to 0-3 with a 3-1 loss. They finally get the win against Irondale on Thursday, 1-0, but they lose badly against Mounds View, 7-0 on Saturday. The scoring woes continue. The Cardinals do get the first win, but they're going to have to find more scoring. They're at Andover on Tuesday. They host Elk River on Thursday. Howie will be back with me at Andover on Tuesday as we do a soccer doubleheader, boys and girls against the Huskies. We'll have football for you from the home field against the Champlain Park Rebels on Friday. And then boys and girls soccer at home against Anoka next Tuesday. But that is going to do it for this edition of Sportsnight. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN for the entire crew, including Mr. Blake Johnson behind the camera. I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.